My name is Caitlin, and this is my presentation about the long-tailed weasel. Its scientific name is Mustela frenata, and it's a member of the mink family. And here's a front view and a side view. The weasel likes to den in burrows, and even though it can dig its own, it usually just lives in an abandoned chipmunk burrow or the burrow of another small animal. It lives in a widely varying climate because of its huge range. It can live all the way up into Canada and all the way down into different parts of South America. It is a carnivore, and it typically eats small mammals like mice, voles, rabbits, gophers, and chipmunks, but it will also eat birds, birds' eggs, and insects occasionally. In the wild they usually live less than a year, but in captivity they can live up to 8 years. They reach sexual maturity in 3 to 12 months, and they breed from mid to late summer. They are typically solitary, but they will interact, of course, during the breeding season. And they're mostly active during night, but they're not completely nocturnal, as they can be seen out in the day by people quite often. They have the predators of the barred owl, the great horned owl, the coyote, and the red fox. A special or unique behavior about the animal is its fierceness. It's a crazy fierce hunter, and it's often seen attacking predators that are much larger than it, such as a rabbit. And the predators that I mentioned earlier do not frequently prey or, consistently prey on the weasel because they avoid it because it acts crazy. It has a range length of 7.99 to 10.47 inches and a range mass of 2.82 to 15.86 ounces. It has an almost tube-like body with short, stout legs. Its coat's a dusty brown color on the top, and on its belly is a yellowish white. It has a long bushy tail that makes up about half of its body length, and this tail has a black tip. In the more northern territories, its coat turns white in the winter. In other territories during the winter, it gets a white mask on its face. And here's a picture of its skull, and notice, of course, the mammalian large eye sockets, and it has specially developed canine teeth for its prey, and it has a very large back part of its skull. The other animal from its family that I'm comparing it with is the striped skunk. Some of the similarities are its long body with its short little legs, and it has a similar dental structure because of the big canine teeth. And the differences are its coat color, of course, where the weasel has more of browns and yellows, and the skunk, of course, is just black and white. And their size. The skunk is bigger and it's less tube-like. And their paws are different as well. The weasel kind of has smaller, little daintier paws with a lot shorter claws, and the skunk has much larger claws which are a lot better for burrowing and digging for food. These are my works cited, my images cited. Thank you for listening to my presentation.